Bitches that I have too long.
Yo, check it. Niggas mad cause I moved on. My bad, these visions that I have it too long. Hopping out of cabs with a suit on. Manhattan with the roof on me.
Cheers, your boy C.O. McClain of NoAdvisory podcast. You know what it is, guys. I'm here with my man MitchieRich. You know, my man Mitch hit me up. He was like, yo, I need you to come interview. We got to get this interview done. I'm like, all right, I got you. What time? 9 o'clock. I was like, oh, 9 o'clock, B. That's kind of early, but this is my man. So I was like, you know, I'm going to pop out. We're going to get this interview done, man. So let the people know, Mitch, who you are, where you from, what the fuck it is you do, baby.
Yeah, so, like I said, MitchieRich. This is my, number one, y'all, I appreciate it. You know, everything. You're my guy. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing the platform. Nevertheless, this shit has been a long time, man. I'm just so happy. I can't even sit back and be on some, like, oh, you know, trying to be cool with shit, because, like, a lot of things is happening in this, and it's just beautiful, you know, and I'm embracing everything. Like, right now, it's my first EP. A lot of people been waiting on it. They was like, I'm pretty sure it's at the point of, like, oh, damn, this nigga ain't dropped an album yet. You know what I'm saying? Just listen, this is my first EP, and even my first EP is going to be set. You know what I mean? With the X amount of fans that I do have, it's still set at $1,000 a copy. Niggas can feel how they want to feel about it, but at the end of the day, you can line my you can line my album up with everybody's shit and see if my shit don't, number one, outweigh theirs, and still worth $1,000. You know what I mean? And that's just not, and I don't even bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not being cocky, but shit, man, like, you work hard for certain things and you see that shit grow, so fuck it, you know? Either way, I'm from Staten Island, New York, born and raised. I spent a lot of years down south and shit, you know. South Carolina, my mother's out there, small towns. So, like, right now, man, I moved out here doing the music and everything, and so, you know, you have my first EP. But it's just, at this point, it's just years of hard work, you know. And that bitch paying off.
Just to allude to, man, you mentioned that you selling each copy of this CD for $1,000, right? So you go back to, and I always talk about to artists, you have to do stuff that separates yourself from all the artists that's out there. So this is definitely a separation for you amongst all these artists that's coming out. Now, when you say $1,000, right, you're selling your album for $1,000. One of the guys that did that was Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul, and he put his joint out, and then a lot of the heavy hitters caught whiff of it and started buying it, and that's how, you know, Nipsey Hussle catapulted. So, what was the concept behind you saying, "Yo, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna sell my album for $1,000"?
And he did set the bar with Nip. Rest in peace. You know, his copies is at $100. So it's like, if this shit is gonna happen, fuck it, you might as well go all the way with it.
Right.
If you're gonna be successful, you might as well go all the way with it. What else you got to lose?
Right.
So $1,000 a copy, because I know I work hard on this shit and it's official. My man struggled behind everything. And like I said in the interviews years ago, about how things would be, you know, when you reach a level of success and things like that, or as far as like the great legends that brought value to the industry, or, you know, from distribution to everything to changing the game,
right.
You know, and I'm going online and I'm looking at CDs that's worth, like, CDs that's Nas, Illmatic, original copy, and it's only worth maybe $70 if it's unopened. Right. And it was bought in '96 when he was with Sony or Columbia. I think he was still with Sony. But either way, it don't even matter. Like, that could have been a wrong year, but either way, at some point when he was at Sony, and now it's only worth $80, like, nah, man, I'm trying to raise value, because at the end of the day, this is something that we create. If you're gonna create that shit, ain't no way in hell you're gonna tell me how much my album is worth if I made that shit. Now, if I got that shit from somebody down the block, maybe we could haggle somewhere in between, but this is some shit that I made. So it's like, yeah, and I ain't no thirsty dude. Yo, all it takes is one sale. That's all I need. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just bring value back to the industry, and we're going to start with my album.
Nipsey Hussle selling his joint for $100. He set the bar. Nipsey set the bar. You done raised the bar all the way up there with the G. So I heard some of the joints on the album, and y'all know the program. Y'all follow us. Y'all know No Advisory. We give our honest, unbiased opinions on albums, songs, things of that nature. And we was rocking, we was chilling outside in the car, and he let me hit a couple of joints. And I was like, yo, from the cover, the artwork alone, I already knew what I was gonna get. If I was somebody that didn't know anything about hip hop and I just looked at the cover, I know what the vibe this album was gonna bring to me. Then when I heard it, I was like, yo, this joint is crazy. Like, I mean, you got a classic on your hands. Classic. So for the people that's watching, listening, and all that, let the people know what was your best tracks that you enjoyed making on this album.
It's damn, they all were good. You know what I mean? Like, all right, so with Purple Rain, you know, everything. A lot of people say a lot of them are stories. You know what I'm saying? So with Purple Rain, a lot of ill shit happened. But even when I was in that same midst of it, it really wasn't as bad. But now that I'm outside of that situation, it was like, damn, I really went through that shit. Right. You know what I mean? So, and then you enjoy the music when you make it. But then you got, you know, aside from Purple Rain, you got the BT Boys. And I put a lot of shit into that. I mean, I need to stop cursing. But I put a lot. I know, man. I know, but you know, we trying to raise men and shit, so I can't really be wilding like that. But either way, like honestly, man, like that was one of my that BT was one of my all-time favorites because everything just kept coming. Like everything I was looking for that night, that day, like 3 days in a row, everything just kept coming. I had crazy. I lost a wallet out there. Somebody found a wallet, just called me up, came to deliver it. Didn't even want to take any money. Like, yo, everything that could have happened, happened.
The BET Awards, right? I mean, like I heard the track, so I could give my personal opinion on it. The track is fire, down to even the structure of the song and how you constructed it, and from the beginning to the end, y'all gotta listen to it to really understand what I'm talking about. So for artists, right, going out to these award shows and things of that nature, a lot of times artists don't want to put in the groundwork. They don't want to put themselves in the faces of the people that matters. That, you know, just by taking a picture, that can transcend into something much bigger as an artist. So just tell the people the whole experience about the BET Awards and what has it done for you in transcending your career.
I do. I'm blessed for what it's done for me, you know, but I'm just trying to focus on how much I lost. Now I'm at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, that opened up my eyes to a lot of stuff that was going on. And I feel like if I would have just did that leap a long time ago, I would have been 10 steps ahead. But it has honestly, like I said, it opened up my eyes to a lot of different things. And one of the main things is, like, you know, I'm blessed. I got skills. I come with a bag of tools. I don't just come rapping. Everybody that know me know I get it in. I build something. I can do whatever. I got a whole bag of tools, literally. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? And just being in the BT Awards, it showed me, like, the industry is still a game. And you got to mastermind this shit. At the BT Awards, you know, if you take that, you know what I mean, if you get the courage to come around these stars, you pay the money. See, I was blessed. My man Deez, he put up bread for me.
Shout out K. Deezy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, he took care of everything. He would say, he's like, yo, man, I got you on everything. Don't worry about it. He went before. Now, when we go there, he know everybody. And he's the one that taught me, you know, like, listen, my dude, if you're supposed to be here, just be here. People feel it. They feel the vibe. My nigga, that's what I did. Right. And we breeze, and that just showed me, like, the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I don't even go to clubs like that. I don't make club bangers like that. So, you know what I'm saying? As far as the club, I don't spend all that money on bottles and shit. Right. I ain't built on the hype. Because I know what it is to run a bar. You know what I'm saying? Why I spend all that money and impress a superstar, one superstar for one night. Right. You know what I'm saying? That may not even notice you because now you just paid for him. He sees you as a sucker. Right. $1,200 in bottles. Right. Versus paying this bread at the BET Awards, getting around them with a real CD and come up out of that bullshit. Because I'm going to struggle, but I ain't going to be struggling for long, nigga. I'm trying to level up. Right. You know? Right. $1,000.
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all right now, like, for me, like, for the average consumer, somebody that takes in music, they see the price tag $1,000, right? A lot of people's going to be taken aback by that, right? But a lot of people is going to be taken aback that don't have the bread to spend. I always say if you have a product, service, or you're doing anything, you want to set your price point to what you feel your stuff is worth, because I do clothing and stuff like that. So a lot of times I put something at a price point and they like, yo, that's too much. Well, then it's not for you. You understand? So it's what is going to be your target market? How are you going to go? Because already you got the $1,000 price tag on it, which that's what your CD is worth. That's your whole body worth. So for the people that say they can't afford it, right? So are you going to specifically price point it at a G, or are you going to do other methods for other people that don't have it but want to get your music and want to listen to your music in order to obtain it?
Yeah, there are. One thing with my CD that it's never going to change is the fact that, I represent Geminis. Now, I just choose where I have to give back at. You know what I'm saying? That's the community that I understand and I resonate with. Right. Even with my music, you'll see how shit switches up. So, I feel like those are individuals, a group of individuals that I feel like I'm responsible to, give back. So I give back in that way. But that's just what I choose to do. When it comes back, I got to remember, like, what I did it for. Pretty much these songs that I had in the 90s, they helped me through a lot of real shit. So that's my mission. You know what I mean? Like, listen, that's my mission. They helped me with a lot of, like, after selling it for $1,000, you know what I mean? Like, whoever comes up with bread, it's all love money. I got you. Right. But that's beautiful. Like, I had bottles of, some exclusive liquor. And I was selling these shits for like a good 200. But look, these bottles are only worth a good 65. You know what I mean? But I was selling them for 200. I mean, everybody was like, nah, you gotta fuck out of here. Nah, I can go get it, but you couldn't get it in the States, pure white Hennessy. So you can't get it in the States, but they still ain't gonna pay that for it, you know what I mean? One dude, he ain't had no nice clothes on and shit like that. You know what I mean? He was just calm. Hopped out the car. Like, he was just came from work or whatever. He was like, yo, what you selling that? He was like, pure white. I was like, yeah. He said, how much? I said, yo, 200. He was like, 200. You could tell in his face he wasn't giving me that fucking money. Right. I'm saying he wasn't giving me at all. It was done. Right. You know? He was like, yo, man, I get him for 65, da-da-da. I was like, yeah, but it's really about who has it. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't gonna bullshit you. Like, this money right here is for my album. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all coming from me. Right. So I don't need my money. I need all my money. Right. I don't need half of it. I need all of it. Right. All this shit is coming from me. You know what I mean? I got loans out too. Like, I ain't no different. I struggle too. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me, like, yo, listen. He's like, yo, man, I ain't even here. Da-da-da. Let me hear something, man. I put the, I said, all right, no problem. I threw the red eye shit on. And this motherfucker start bopping like 8 bars in. This motherfucker go in his pocket like, listen, dog. Yo, man, you know what? Let's take it, man. Yo, let me get the bottle. Right. He said, man, I came in here to get a pint. This motherfucker walked out $200 short. Nigga, fuck the bottle of pure white Hennessy. It's about Mitchie Rich, man. You got to sell me. And that's why I tell my mans, like, yo, Nipsey Hussle did it, and he showed me how to do it. But you can't forget about the soldiers that held him down, because those cats were serious. Like, listen, he said his album is $100. You're gonna pay it. I mean, you can talk to him about it if you want to get a discount. But for me, you get it from me, it's gonna be $100, Daddy. I ain't coming back without that $100. So listen, go talk to Nip. Nip is right there. Right. Go see if he give you. But I can't help you.
As an artist, you have to, for one, again, know your worth and know the worth and the amount of energy and time that you put into your body of work. So selling it at that price point, it's, this is what my album is worth. First they're going to say, this is crazy. Or that's going to attract everybody to it is the price point. So, I mean, it's genius marketing. I would say price it at $2K. Go up. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Just set the bar high, because that's what your music is worth. Like, when I heard your music, and one of my favorite MCs is Nas. You got the shirt on right now and all that. Shout out to Nas Esco. One of my favorite musicians is Nas, and people like they be killing me for it. They're like, you from Brooklyn? How you rep Nas? I'm like, yo, I like what I like. You know what I mean? And that's who I like as an artist. So not to compare you to anybody, because I hate I hate asking artists who people compare you to. I just want to know who are your influences as far as making your music. Who do you feed off? Who you draw energy from in the industry, past, present, whatever.
Nas, AZ, DMX.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah,
AZ.
yeah. AZ, DMX, Wu-Tang Clan, whole Wu-Tang Clan, RZA, Raekwon Chef, Method Man, ODB, rest in pieces. Yo, the list goes on and on. I got a whole list. You know what I mean? I did a video a few years ago, and that video was like 15 minutes long because of that list. I mean, like I said, they helped me through a lot of real shit, and I feel like that's what music is missing, and I feel like this is where I'm gonna, like bring value, dog.
Right.
That's what my music I wanted. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, and some shit may be vulgar, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just give me a chance to plead my case for the other side of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, but this is why I did this. Right. I know I seen, you know what I mean? But, yeah, Nas. You know what I mean? A lot of people say this all the time. Like, you remind me of Raekwon, J. Cole. I mean that. Like, yo, this, Nip. Everybody say Nip now, They be bugged out, man. I think people just be looking for a reason to call it, But, yeah.
I wanted you to say it because I didn't want to give that comparison or compare you to who, because like I said, I don't like doing that. So I want you to let the people know on that. So as far as where you draw like your lyrics from, because for me, I'm a lyricist. I like MCs with rhymes because that's the era that I grew up in. Nas, J, DMX, and down to the older school like the Rakims, dope lyricists, Big Daddy Kane, lyricists. So for me, listening to your music, I'm like, yo, you a lyricist, right? So a lot of the millennials, so to speak, they're not really into lyrics and stuff like that. They just is all about melodies and stuff. So for you being a pure lyricist, how do you feel you, for one, fit in today's music world, and how do you transcend or get people back into listening to bars through your album?
Some consistency, man, and just knowing that I have my role. Like, I know I got flow like it, and people like, yo, you flow like Nas and stuff like that, but shit, the type of music that I make, I'm like, I give him that Mary J. Blige shit.
She just turned 49, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mary.
Yeah. Again, my first year at the BET Awards, I seen her get the award. I mean, my first year.
Right.
And I met her. We talked to me. My dude, it was just like, but I know that's how I give it up. Like, my music that's how I plan on doing it. I help him out through the music, and I mean, like, again, I'm being honest with myself. I do wild shit sometimes, but for the most part, man, like, my head is on straight. Like, with this music, my next joint coming after my album, I talk a lot about stakes. Like, I do this for our hip-hop music, our hip-hop legends that I feel like they deserve a lot more, because we got a lot of them that's fucking bankrupt. And these niggas is back to normal life, and they saved you from the slammer, or they in the slammer now, they getting locked up. Right. And see, what people don't understand is estates, assets, and things that you own, things that you could put in a security safe deposit box at a bank. When you die, somebody's gonna go to that box to get whatever's yours. So you have to have things itemized. You have to make sure you know what the value is, and if this legend, when he first started out, instead of it being his album only being $13, what if his album was sold first coming off the shelf for $1,000? Right. The amount of money that shit would generate over time in equity. So when that black man goes against the cops, he has enough money. He has enough money to fight him, so they can't throw him under the bus. Because some of us are guilty, but not all of us, man. And we don't be having enough money. And we got artists that got locked up, and they can't even make bail.
Man, that's crazy.
Man, I'm raising the bar. Ain't no way in hell. I don't care. Like, listen, for hours, like I said, the amount of equity that shit generates over time, you set the bar there. Right. Because at the end of the way, you still got the same amount of chance of winning and losing. Somebody's going to try to fuck you out of some money, so you might as well set the bar high. I mean, like, if this shit's going to happen, I feel like this shit's going to happen. Right. So fuck it, I'm going to put the bar right here. Because right now, my bills is coming in thousands. So fuck it, give me 1,000 per CD. When my bills stop coming in 1,000, when I start getting like $30 bills, $69 bills and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, fuck it, a copy per bill, nigga. I got 8 bills this week. Shit, that's 8 copies, bro.
And just back on the drawing off influences, so to speak, we had a conversation. We was in the car, and you was telling me, you know, about your pops and stuff like that. So in a relationship that you have with your pops, me for one, I don't really have, you know, a relationship with my father, and I think a lot of times that's absent in young black males. Their fathers is not present, or they're not around, or, you know, they incarcerated or things of that nature. So just briefly, just, you know, just let people into your life just a little bit, because I know we was talking in the car, like how has your father been an influence on you and your music from here, just going forward, and from the past, how things have, you know, may have happened or not have happened? How did it help you, groom you into a man that you are today? And how is your relationship with your father? How has it transcend into your music?
Yo, it's crazy. All right, so look, all right, me and my pops are Geminis. We got the same birthday.
Same birthday?
Same birthday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we got the same birthday. Now I look just like my mother. Like initially when growing up, I look just like my mom's or whatever. But me and him got the same birthday. You know, got the same eyes. We just, you know, everyone says that we are just alike, but we are different. We are so different. And the crazy part, I don't care. Like my pops, you know, like I didn't grow up. It was like a single parent home, not like a single parent home. I had a step pops. You know what I'm saying? My pops wasn't around like that, but it was, you know, it wasn't geared towards me. You know what I'm saying? And I can never say who it was geared towards, but I know I was innocent in it, so it's not really something that I can evaluate, because, you know, I'm a father now and I know how things can go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm not saying who's right or wrong, but, you know, I was never like felt any type of, you know, malice. You know what I'm saying? If I said it right, malice. And like, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, we are totally opposite, but I can't help but sometimes, like, that funny shit that you really not supposed to be thinking about, like me and him be here and we be laughing at some shit that just, you know, if we go to Thanksgiving and we see something at somebody's house and we be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, we both be like, yo, I don't like you, but yo, what the fuck?
That shit is fucked up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But we cool though. Like, man, my pops, man, I got a lot of brothers and sisters. You know, I got a lot of brothers and sisters, man. I remember I came to my grandma, my great grandmother, rest in peace. Yeah, I came to great grandma's house, and it's been so many years. And great grandma, my cousin Candy's like, you know who that is? You know who that is? She was like, no, probably one of Gary kids. I was like, yo. But she got pictures all over the wall. She got pictures all over the wall of everybody, man. But yeah, a lot of kids. I got one. Man. And I'm just like, the situation with my pops, I'm building with my son too. So it's just see yourself in somebody. That shit changes the way that you go after everything. The money, the women. You go at it with style. You don't just. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go after shit. And that's how I approach this industry. If I'm gonna say $1,000, I'm gonna make that shit worth $1,000.
I mean, so how, I want to know, like, how has he influenced you in the way? I know you gave the background, laughing at the Thanksgiving food, because a lot of y'all people on Thanksgiving, y'all food be fucked up. Then y'all be posting on social media like people want to see that nasty shit. Nobody want to see that nasty shit. So I get you. Ha ha ha. Your food stinks. But like, how has your father influenced you in a way on just like you as a man and in your music, or has he been an influence in any type of way?
Like my pops would tell me like, yo, son, you nice with it. You know what I mean? We connect on certain shit. But my pops would be on like, yo, son, maybe this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he tell me all the time, you got family members they been there, they did all of that, my nigga. They ain't going nowhere. I'm be like, yo, I come with a bag of tools that I know niggas ain't walking around with.
You know, right.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got niggas out here right now that don't got a couple of wrenches in the car. You got to make sure you have something to change your flat tire.
Right.
I come with a bag of tools. That's what makes me different. But again, like my pops, he tell me, like, man, listen, man. Or even my brother. my brother said, listen, nigga, if you ain't got a job by March. Nigga, no, he said, if none of this shit pops by March. He said, you got 3 months. Yo, look, I'm on the phone with my brother, right? Yo, and this nigga said, I said, so yeah, I'm gonna do rap-a-thon. I'm gonna rap out. I'm gonna be out there on Fairfax. I'm gonna spit bars and record for 72 hours straight. That nigga said, nigga, you got 72 days. Yo, this nigga say, yo, you got 72 days, bro. Yo, for real, man. This shit is funny, but you know, it's all love. It's all love. And again, I don't think they mean any ill will behind it, but nigga, my pops already know if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do this shit. Right. So my pops even say, yo, he'll look at me like, yo, I'm gonna get the fuck out your way. Bro, because he's like, you obviously ain't hear me. You know I'm not stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga.
And you know, the reason why I asked, because, like I said, a lot of, you know, young black men in general, really, the relationships with the sons and the fathers is kind of erased, so to speak. A lot of, you know, younger males that I speak to, their fathers is absent, you know, and a lot of times, you know, as you have the mothers that's being the male and the female version, raising a son or daughter or family, you know, so it's just something that we was talking that, you know, your pops was heavy influence into your music. I just wanted, you know, to get that out, because it's not every, you know, father is bad. A lot of, you know, we all make mistakes in life, right? So it's what you learn from those mistakes that makes you a better man, you know. So I just wanted, you know, to let the people know, just to get that out there, something that they could know about you and a relationship with your father that's still going forward. So, you know, shout out to you and your pops, man. Keep that moving. So now we're gonna lighten up a bit, man. I heard who's the love life or the female thing, or what's the name? Yara? Tell me about her. I've been hearing some rumblings and something about that, man. You know, I want to know. What's going on, man.
Oh, Yara. Let's see her. She's a blackish, grownish.
Okay.
Yeah, she a young chick though. Now I'm 31, bro. Word. A lot of people don't know. People like, damn, you look young. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. Right. Word. I do. It's my age, man. Shit, right. You know? But yeah, for the most part, man, I don't be stressing shit. I seen her. And there's me and D's, like we crossing in the front. So now I'm passing everybody. And I'm talking to everybody. Ain't nobody passing me. What's up, man? What's good? And I'm just having fun. I'm in my element at this point. My pinnacle. I'm like, I'm here, nigga. Right. Dive in it. You gonna have to kick me out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I even walked up on Meek Mill. Meek Mill was like, yo, shit, man. This nigga. Nah, nigga, shake my hand, nigga. Stop playing with me, man. I'm coming because I was so happy. Right. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I passed by her. Like, we locked eyes and shit like that. But, again, that was it. You know what I mean? I asked for a picture and I bounced. I didn't really, you know. Now, did it piss people off? Shit, nigga, that's just enough, nigga. That was enough.
Just a flick.
Nigga.
Yo, that's it.
Yo, man, it was so beautiful, man. I wanted to stop that night, man. The only thing could have been better if I would have been able to see, make it to something like that around the time, like to see, like damn, like Whitney Houston and, but yeah, man, like, yeah, we met, we took a picture, and I went back to my seat and mind my business. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of those like when even, man, I'm on my business. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna be back next year. You know what I mean? Like,
he was trying to politically correctly answer that question, man. You feel me? But yo, I'm gonna let you slide on that one. We ain't gonna dive into that one. But just keep it on that terms. Once you get in the industry, because a lot of people especially artists alike that's already in the industry or artists that's like on the cusp of getting in the industry, so to speak. What is your goals? Do you want to sign a major deal? Do you want to just get distribution? Or how do you want, particularly for this album here, what do you want for this album? Do you want a major label to say, hey, I heard your album, I want to sign you a record deal? Or do you want, a major distribution company coming to you, hey, I heard your record, let me get your music out to all these stores, we're going to give you a distribution deal?
Honestly, I got 100 copies, bro. Got enough shit to worry about. Nigga, I gotta sell a copy for $1,000, nigga. Did you just hear, bro? I tell you what, you do that, nigga. Nigga, you figure out where we running down on next, nigga. Nigga, cause I ain't got it, bro. Yo, I done sent 100 copies, bro. My man said 100,000. That nigga said that shit smoothly too. I said, what the fuck is wrong with nigga? That's 100,000.
Wait, who said 100,000 for what?
Well, I was getting 100 copies and I'm selling them for 1,000 a piece, and he was like, yeah, man, that's gonna be 100,000. But he said it easily, like, hey, we got work to do, bro. Right. Mm-hmm. But nah, honestly, I'm working on this new this platform. It's very similar to stock market, but it deals with music and distribution. Well, music and publishing. Okay. I started it right now. It's under MitchieRich.com, in my productions LLC. And what I do, it's very simple. The music industry right now, we have a lot more artists than we had back in the day. A lot more. A bunch of songs. Niggas only make one song and that's it. But we got a lot of people doing this shit. Everybody on Tidal. I ain't even on Tidal. Niggas is on Tidal. And only got one song. You know what I mean? I'm highly invested with the stock market. You put money in, one day you goes up, and your stock is doing good, next day it goes down. Right. But it's still a gamble. And that shit happens within an instant. Right. You gain money and you lose money. The only industry I've identified to do that is the music industry. We got so many different songs, and you can wake up one morning and that motherfucker 30 million. Right. Since publishing can be split up 200 ways, you sell your publishing to somebody straight when it's not worth anything. And then when that song blows up, the person that purchased the publishing gets paid, and you get paid for songwriting. See, a lot of people ain't gonna want to do that shit, give up their publishing on one song. But if they not really rappers and they only got one song, that song could be the next hit. So a person to give you $500, you give them publishing, and that song shoots up.
Facts, man. All right, so got the album, Mitchie Rich, right? $1,000 a copy. Let the people know how much tracks is on here. What kind of vibe people can expect when they listen to the album, and what's going to be, what do you feel is going to be people's favorite tracks on the album?
I think I covered all bases with this album, man. I think you're gonna really respect it overall, and see my vision. I know Purple Rain is one of my favorites. Purple Rain, I think that's gonna affect people the most. Purple Rain is in all my dogs. But I say Purple Rain.
Okay, so you got Purple Rain. So how much tracks is on the album, and what kind of vibe you're giving out on the album, and when somebody listens to it, how you want them to feel once they finish listening to the album?
Officially, 10 tracks. Okay. 10 tracks. Right. So you're just paying $100 per track, and I'm not bullshitting. It's just niggas need support. Like, we can make a lot of money if we support each other. Right. You know what I mean? Like, instead of spending the money on a lot of these scratch-offs, put it on the next man that can, move through a room full of vultures. Right. Put the bread on him, because when that money come back, come on, man, you got this camera's equipment, my dude. That shit costs money. I was in Guitar Center yesterday, like, ouch, whoa. I'm getting beat up when I'm walking through the damn, I'm in there with monitors and shit. It's just beating me up. And I'm like, yo, that shit is $2,000, $3,000 for a DJ board. And we out here taking $5 per copy. Fuck, take your ass down the block, bro, for $5, nigga. I could have had a good $300 yesterday. Niggas was ready to give me a good 20 a piece for the CD. I was like, nah, it's 1,000. It's like, yeah, so you got Cash App? Like, yeah, don't tell me you got Cash App, because I was going to run a bag up, nigga. I was about to be, if you tell me you got Cash App, like, yo, nigga, send me 80. I'd never be on it like, yo, $20 is if you only got $20 on you. Nigga, if you got something, you got a bank account attached, then I'm going to need 80, bro. Let me borrow 80. You only got Cash App? Oh, right, cool, yeah, 80. Man, support, nigga. I put them on, man.
Because, when people buy albums, right, they, for one, they know, 9 out of 10 times they know the artist, right? They kind of connected with the artist. They heard a couple of joints from the artist. So they kind of know what vibe they're going to get from, say, the singles, right? So you buy an album because you want to hear the whole body of work, right? So this is just coming from me because I've heard, I heard the album already, so I know what vibe it gives me. So just for the people that's watching and listening, and they say, okay, he's selling his album for $1,000, why I'm going to pay $1,000 for this album. So I just want you to briefly tell the people that's thinking like that, you are paying $1,000 for this album because this is the type of vibe it's giving you, so forth, so on. Just break it down so you're giving people a reason why you put so much hard work into this album and the reason why you're charging everybody $1K.
The first reason is because I created it. And with me creating something, I get to charge whatever I want. Now, at some point, it's up to me to convince people that, yo, this is why. Yeah, because I want to earn the cash. But, that's how you identify buyers and sellers. See, one man may not buy it because he doesn't need it. He may have the money, but he's not going to buy it because he doesn't need it. Right. So instead of being around people that doesn't need it but have the money, I go around people that needs it and has the money. My songs talk about depression. My songs talk about going through things, divorce and shit like that. And it's not no hot-headed shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times a song stopped me from wilding out. Right? And it's my bag. I put the price tag on it. Now, you're not going to spend money on my music that helps you through depression because he'll look at my shit and he can't afford it. So he ain't going to spend it on it because he don't think it's worth it. But that next man that got that bag and he hears my shit and he think that shit is worth helping him go through his depression, he ain't going to talk about it with me. So why the fuck argue with niggas that ain't got my $1,000 up front when there's somebody down the block with that $1,000 that needs that shit? That's why everything ain't for everybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just you gotta be humble. You gotta set a goal, and just be humble. You know what I'm saying? Just be humble with what you can come up with creatively. What type of bag you can accomplish from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And help those along the way. That's the only way you gonna last in this rap shit. Everybody else got this bullshit music going out. Niggas is doing a lot of shit. Killing themselves, killing each other. It's like, you know what I mean? We need something of substance at this point. So that's why. Because I keep niggas out of problems. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so don't get me wrong, I ain't the best. I got some wild out shit on the tape. It's wild. I know I'm going to get a couple of calls, but, you know what I'm saying? That's me. That's where my flaws lie. But my music is to bring us out of this bullshit. At the end of the day, we all get a bag. Right. Like, my music, I teach you how to be around when they try to hang you. How to survive. You know what I'm saying? Equity, estates. Right. As a black man, you lose anything that you create, it's yours, and you get to set the value to it. If they take you to court, and they take away all your assets, but you went and bought an original CD copy of yours, right, you can sell that as a part of your estate, because when you die, if you own an original copy and you die, and that original copy is in that safe deposit box with your autograph on it, you left a substantial amount of lifestyle for your family. In that lock box, you got it appraised. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we not thinking about. So I'm setting my shit at 1,000. So when I die, my shit is in that safe deposit box, that lock box. my shit is worth real cash because it's the original joint. And then originally it started out at 1,000. Jordan started out at 200. He's just making those $8,000 brackets and shit. But it's other shoes out there that was $8,000 from the jump. And you return them bitches too because something be wrong with them. So don't get my album on something like, oh, nah, he made a mistake. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you already paid me my $1,000. So, you know what? You good. Right. You could probably get your money back. That's a good probably because I ain't answering my phone for a good 3 weeks, nigga. I get that back. Don't call me about no refunds or nothing, nigga. I'm running through that bag first. I'm gonna fuck up a couple of things. But nah, man, and that's just real shit. Like, I know this is gonna happen, so, you know what I'm saying? When I'm running that bag up, man, it's just mainly because this is really costing us, and what we feeding the people, it really takes like a good, a strong-minded person to get everyone focused on the same thing for a second. We could all go back to doing whatever the fuck we was doing throughout the year. Right. You know what I'm saying? We good, but let's focus for a second so we could really celebrate this Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We put this bag together. I come out with 20. I got 20 family members. If all my family members find somebody to pay $1,000 for my shit, that's 20,000. That's one hell of a family reunion now. It's my album, so you know I'm gonna take the top cut. But that's my profit. That's my business. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, like, that shit adds up. We talking about 20,000. A family reunion only take a good 2. Come on, man, 2 G's. Your aunt cooking, that's all y'all really need. And it's crazy lit with 2 G's. Maybe less than that. Right, yeah. My cousins in Queensbridge, we had a barbecue. It was lit. And it didn't cost that much neither. Right. But it's love. Man, come on, man. I do a Thanksgiving with 20 racks in the bank. Shit. Everybody getting rental cars, man. I'm getting dropping turkeys off, man. And that's real. That's why you should get my album, man. I'm giving out turkeys next year.
If y'all not convinced on why my man's selling this joint, because at the end of the day, when the artists go into the booth and they're creating art, just like when an artist goes into and paints on a painting, they could just do a splash on there. But that's to them, that's art. Not even to them, that's art. That's their art. And they could price it at whatever they want to price it for, because that's their body of work, that's their art. So your art has been put into this. MitchieRich, January 17th, MitchieRich, the album drops. Listen, let me be the first to tell y'all, I've heard the album. This is a classic album. I'm not just saying this because I know my man personally. Nah, if his joint was trash, as a friend, I'd be like, yo, dog, it's all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't even do this interview because I'm not even going to, put this shit out there on my platform and it's whack. I wouldn't do that. You feel me? I wouldn't come all the way out here and do that. My man got good product. 1K. Go open the banks. Go get that.
If you can't afford it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could barely afford to put that shit together. So, you know what I'm saying? I can only imagine somebody just affording this, but, yo, that's not, my shit is there. And right now, like, I'm in, even in Charlotte, like, they shit don't, like, they got some nice artists out here, but just don't be hitting on it. Like, not like that. Not like my shit. Like, my shit hits. It knocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen this shorty with a meme. Dude hit her up. He said, yo, what, you don't fuck with me no more? She was like, nah, I need something with a little bit more bop in it. Bruh, I don't know what mixtape he gave her. I'm thinking about it like in music-wise. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that nigga mixtape was trash. Because she's an artist. That shit right there is funny, nigga. Like, I know nigga shit ain't hitting on nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know it. Like, dudes are nice, but niggas ain't got bars. They not putting no stories together. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool because we all got to learn. But, man, I was like 8 years old. I had a little karaoke machine. I hung the motherfucking, the microphone from the ceiling. They took the other microphone and recorded the music from another speaker, pressed record on the karaoke box. Nigga, I'm in there for hours going. 8 years old, going in for hours, my nigga. I leave out the room sweating and shit. I go see my mom's. My mom's just, I'm like, yo, all out of breath and shit. I'm like, yo, mom, so what you think? My mom's like, I mean, I like your voice, but you ain't really saying nothing. It's fucking 3 hours in this room, nigga. That's the most dedication I had as an 8-year-old, nigga. 3 hours straight, bruh. I'm hurt, but you know what? I always, I gotta say something. Right. And these dudes ain't got it like that. Like, right. I mean, they cool, man, but your album ain't an album. It's just a bunch of tracks, nice pictures. Like, my album ain't one to fuck with. Like, if you know, like, if you play your tracks, like, don't play my album after, because you know you're not going to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even do it to yourself. You know what I mean? Because we could go album for album. I don't do battle rapping and shit. You know what I'm saying? I need to give people a picture, but even still, I'm not gonna battle the album if you ain't really saying nothing about coming out of the the slums and building a community. Right. I'm gonna give you who I am right now. I'm Mitchie Rich, so you're gonna see all my flaws right now. But this next album, Equity, man, everybody gonna be looking decent next year if you pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah, but for right now, to catch your attention with this, with that love shit, you know what I mean, that bumping in the car shit. Yeah, take that Mitchie Rich, man.
Yo, I want to appreciate you for taking the time out, man. You feel me? No Advisory popped up on my man Mitchie Rich. Listen, man, January 17th, go get that album. January 17th, go get that album, man. MitchieRich.com, open a bank account. Make sure the drug dealers that y'all deal with is legit and ain't gonna run off, because you gotta go get this. You know what I'm saying? Mitchie Rich, January 17th, No Advisory pop up. You know what it is. Bang.
Bitches that I have too long.
Yo, check it. Niggas mad cause I moved on. My bad, these visions that I have it too long. Hopping out of cabs with a suit on. Manhattan with the roof on me. Push the top back and let the roof off, it's crisp. Hiding in the other shit, small fuckers fish crisp. Popping in the southern like small fucking Tip Street. Gotta get this money, get this butter farm 6 feet. Lot of niggas running strip clubs to get they dick teased up. Nigga, get your G's up. Mitchie Rich, make a bitch ease up. In the mission, we ain't tripping, cities on a visa. Different city, different women when they only speak Dutch. And there's plenty speed bumps, but gotta get this paper. Couple G's up and get the fuck about y'all way, cause it wanna be